Wasn't there a clue in this centerpiece?
The globe is metal. I can't see a weld seam. I wonder how they got it through the door.
Magic.
A massive block of stone with a secret compartment, but there's nothing in it. I'd already discovered it before the castle fire.
Yep, that was in the last one.
Tasty. Dried wallpaper paste.
Delish.
A massive block of stone with a secret compartment, but there's nothing in it. I'd already discovered it before the castle fire. The Gordon coat of arms. Pretty uninspiring. I'd expected a fire-breathing dragon or a griffin with bloody claws. The entire hall is one big construction site. Amazing. The new tiles look as old as the old ones. Why this debris was brought into the main hall of the castle and not taken outside will remain an eternal mystery to me. The left wing of the castle is really collapsed now. The upper floor is a heap of rubble. My family tree. There's probably a mini bar hidden in there, but I'm not interested in that right now.
Haha, mini bar.
That's the only part of the library that was damaged by the fire, fortunately. As if the chaos of books wasn't enough, all the drawers have been pulled out just in case. I'd love to have a little bit of a rest.
Wasn't there a secret passage back here?
Books about horses, horse breeding, hunting dogs, polo, and so on. The Gordon's hobbies. I'll put in a computer here. All of the books here have Latin titles. Doesn't mean a thing to me. An old mural. Looks like The Last Supper. Stories, adventures, and fairy tales. Dickens, Defoe, Anderson, Jules Verne. These are probably the most up-to-date books in this library. In the corner, there's a richly ornamented mighty column. The weight of the castle rests on it. Shakespeare dramas, Shakespeare tragedies, Shakespeare comedies. This will be the shelf for my comic collection. The Encyclopedia Britannica, in at least 3 editions. Will there ever be a bigger reference book? All of the candles are burned right down. Whatever, I wasn't planning on lighting them anyway. Bibles and religious texts. Some of the editions look damn valuable. Good that the fire didn't spread through here. Someone doesn't seem to have understood what a bookshelf is for.
Yes?
Is this Mr. Dukes? Notary for inheritance law and whatnot?
Absolutely correct. And you are?
Gordon. Adrian Gordon.
Ah, Mr. Gordon, my condolences once again for the loss of your great-grandmother.
Thanks.
I'm assuming you still have a few questions concerning the reading of the will yesterday?
Mr. Dukes, can you tell me again what exactly is included in my inheritance?
Well, Mr. Gordon, you're the last descendant of the Gordon lineage and inherit the Black Mirror Castle estate and the one in Wales, a few hundred acres of woodland.
The one in Wales?
The assets in the family bank account amounting to £100, with all privileges and responsibilities.
Oh, goody.
What responsibilities?
The proper management of the woodland, adherence to hunting regulations, maintenance of the property and the garden. Sale is explicitly prohibited. At most, you can hand it over to the church. Nothing outstanding, no debts. Not a bad inheritance at all, don't you think?
I'll be in touch, Mr. Dukes.
What?
Of course, Mr. Gordon.
Wait a minute. He only has $100 in the bank.
Hello, Madam Fortuna.
Adrian, I knew you would call again.
Who else could it be?
Pick a card.
Stop.
Ah, we have the Emperor.
Yay, that's a
Yeah.
good card.
On the line. But it was in all the papers, too, so...
What? No. The card, Adrian. The Emperor card. You're gaining in external power and strength. You have a strong will. And I see. There.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Again.
A bear will follow you at every turn and devour you.
At every turn. What the...
Adrian, you can defeat the bear.
How can I defeat the bear?
Clear
Defeat the bear.
way for the bear. Then he will let you live.
The way for the... yeah. Thanks.
Yep,
What a load of crap.
he poor.
Hopefully, they're supporting the unsound masonry. I've got the right key here. The door's unlocked.
Oh, goody.
Quick setting foam, industrial quality, particularly suited to damp areas.
Damp areas. Ooh, those come in handy.
These are pipe clips, like metal cable ties. Extremely useful. I assume that there's wine stored in these barrels, but as old as everything here is, could be vinegar by now.
There's a hole in my bucket.
The bucket is half full of a white salt, probably for when it's icy.
Okay.
Why should the cellar light in Blackmare Castle work? A power socket, but does it have an electricity supply? Great, an extension cable. There's cleaning stuff, just no one to use it. A step ladder, like you'd use to change a light bulb, or to hang yourself. The castle's almost completely burned down. No wonder it's so filthy everywhere. Ugh, it's as gloomy here as in Mordred's poor soul. I'm not going any further. I'm sure Victoria wouldn't have hidden her money in the cellar.
Weapon.
Oh, beautiful two-handed swords with ground steel blades, shoved up on the wall any old way, and also next to an ordinary flail, as wielded by mere bandits and riffraff. Whoever hung these weapons here had no idea what they were. Boxes full of stuff. I guess no one would have missed it if it'd been burned. There are some paint buckets drying up here. Who knows if these walls will ever come in contact with it. A mattress seems to be a bit too unusual to serve as a hiding place for the Gordons. A stack of old pictures. Looks like they were rescued from the fire. A lot of them have caught smoke damage. Oh look, green ghost lamps. Very homely. There's only one other door in the passage, and it's locked.
Tea room.
What's a tea room without a teapot? This one's being used as a flower pot.
I don't remember this room.
There were probably pictures hanging here before. Either they were destroyed in the fire, or were taken down to be restored. Bills, 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 bank documents. Envelopes with nothing in them. Huh, who's this one from? Città del Vaticano, Roma, Italia. It's from the Vatican. What did Victoria have to do with the Vatican? What are these marks? It looks like mildew. Ugh, not that healthy.
Black mold.
It's really quite pretty, this ostrich egg cup. The clock has stopped, probably during the last century. Ugh, what horrible things. Beats me what people think is so great about statues of naked kids with wings. Maria, the mother of all statues. The plinth is probably marble. Horse breeding was once a big thing here. The sculpture probably originates from that period. 6,000 pounds is paid in every 3 months. No indication of who it came from. It just says here it was paid in over the counter. The last entry is 4 months ago. And the account was virtually empty 2 weeks ago. By Valentina Antolini. Authorized by Victoria Gordon. That must have been money for the construction guys. An empty envelope with the Vatican crest on it. According to the postmark, it was sent 2 weeks ago.
Looking around. Check the jewelry box again.
This is Victoria's jewelry. Rings, necklaces, and earrings. The White Lady. The great mystery. Hey, what's going on here? The blood is gone. But there's a black mark just where I touched the picture. Or was it there already? No, I'd better not handle it again. This is the monitoring equipment and medication Victoria used. Shouldn't Miss Antolini have taken these away with her? Or is someone else from the diocese coming to collect them? Looks like I'll have to take care of it.
Okay. Doing a lot of exploring. It's like a whole new game.
I think this is one of the stand-in stones Victoria mentioned. They should point to the entrance, but where and how? Looks like Lewis hadn't taken his job seriously for quite some time. Pretty tall, this greenhouse. It's more like an orangery, where lemon trees are housed over the winter. Not exactly what you'd expect from a castle garden. The door is practically rusted solid to the frame. It's obvious that Lewis hasn't seen the inside of the greenhouse for more than 3 weeks. This is in dire need of a good tidy-up. Welcome. Half of it is dried out, and the other half is rotten. That was a bucket for water.
There's a hole in my bucket.
Maybe I can use it for something else. Oh, look. A fine piece of English workmanship. Right down to the missing bottom. What have we got here? A garden hose. Hoses have always brought me luck so far. It's very unusual to put carpet down in a greenhouse. The gaps between the tiles haven't been cemented. The tiles here have only been placed loosely next to each other. A statue. Is that the White Lady? I doubt it. She's too scantily dressed. Oh God, I see her everywhere, even though she's not there at all. Still, it's a shame she's got so dirty. That must have been one hell of a rake. Now it's just a long wooden stick. The bottom part is broken off. A withered plant. It says Valeriana walrathi on the label here.
Ooh.
The tiles here have just been placed loosely on there. There's a trap door underneath them.
Well, of course there
So
is.
where does that lead to? Far down, in any case. It looks like an old well shaft. Whoever put that case there didn't want anyone to get it. I need something like a fishing rod or a stick with a hook on it.
Stick with a hook on it. We have a stick.
There's a case on a sort of ledge. Who put that there? Who knows what could be moldering at the bottom of this well?
Oops.
I've attached the clamps to the stick. In theory, you could now attach even more stuff to it.
Yeah. We need something with a hook on it. That looks like a trident there.
Excellent. I now have a sort of grappling hook.
Okay.
I'll need to use all my skill here. Otherwise, it's gonna fall off of the ledge.
Easy does it.
Got it. A black plastic case. Let's see what's in it. A 10-pound note, a bottle of wine, and
A diary.
a notebook. Maybe it could tell me something about the owner. Aha. Here on the first page it says, Henry Stanton. What did our Henry write about then? Well, that's interesting. He appears to have been some kind of informant. At least, he recorded everything meticulously when he saw any castle residents in the tea room. 3:00 p.m. Tea time ends. Victoria forgets to close the horse again. 3:15 p.m. Bates checks the lock. Note, the key is hidden at Old Durgham Gordon. 4:00 p.m. Tea room empty. Use the opportunity. 4:30 p.m. Visit of Dr. Herman. And it goes on in the same vein. And here's a drawing of a horse.
Alright, let's go back to the castle. Forgot where all my hot buttons were. Yeah, double click to speed things up. To the hall. And the library.
Durgham Gordon. Let's see. Ah, this is him. Married to Lillian Gordon.
Heirs. Gonna make some progress in this little murder mystery.
Let's see. Maybe this Durgham Gordon is here somewhere. Looks like there's no Durgham Gordon among these. The only names are Lillian, Garmer, and Lothar Gordon. The other pictures just have the year. Lillian Gordon was Durgham's wife. Her portrait was painted in 1662. Here's one dated 1659. It could be Durgham. I can't make anything out at first glance. There's nothing unusual on the back either.
Don't.
The frame is charred, but the fire doesn't seem to have touched the picture. The piece of frame seems to be loose here.
Ooh, a loose frame.
Maybe a couple of